who works at the intersections of race, culture, and health equity. She also stands out as a catalytic orator, having conducted over 100 keynotes, panels, and interviews, including TEDx. Inspired by her personal journey and professional experience in public health, Jodi-Ann is the creator and host of Black Cancer, a podcast about the lives of people of color through their cancer journeys. Of her book, Authentic, The Myth of Bringing Your Full Self to Work, The Guardian proclaims, Burey's writing is at once lucid and lyrical. She marries intellectual rigor with a tone of kinship, an invitation for readers to lean in, to question, to dissent. Jodi-Ann enjoys snowboarding, oil painting, and prides herself on being a cool auntie and a reluctant dog owner. She was born in Jamaica, lives in Seattle, and will always call New York City home. Jodi-Ann Burey.
Hey, y'all. I am so honored to be here. Honestly, this is such an innovative program, and I have to keep it real with y'all. I keep forgetting that I'm reading tonight because I'm so excited to, one, hear from Rena and Lena especially, and I probably think I'll be sitting here sobbing the whole time to listen to music inspired by my work. So I'm so honored to be here, and thank you so much, Kristen, for including me in the lineup. So I just published this book a couple of months ago. It's called, thank you. And it's called Authentic, The Myth of Bringing Your Full Self to Work. It's a critical examination of workplace culture that trades on our identities when it is convenient and profitable. And so this section is called The Spectacle of Representation, and the ways that representation, capital R representation, has so many opportunities for us, but it is also a trap, and it can be leveraged against us to keep us complacent and silent. And so there was no better cultural text to have that conversation than Serena Williams, who, you know, as a Black woman and watching her since I was a little girl has been so important to me, and projecting myself onto her, but also realizing that her story is the story of the ways that Black excellence is something that is aspirational, it is attainable, it is everything that I want to be, and it is also something that is incredibly harmful and will never, ever protect us. Just an excerpt. So if you get the book, I encourage you to read this whole chapter because it really means a lot to me, but I'll just read the first couple of pages. The Spectacle of Representation. I learned to play tennis the summer Venus and Serena Williams competed against each other in the 2001 US Open Finals. I was 15 years old. Although I knew little about the Williams sisters, like many Black girls, I marveled over their white, beaded braids draped atop their heads like jeweled crowns. My eyes filled with awe as the sisters soared beneath their weight. That their mother, as mine did, fastened the tips with tiny rubber bands and tin foil. I had no interest in tennis, but this year was different. New York City buzzed in anticipation of the sister-sister match, the first prime-time women's singles final in tennis history. My sisters and I romped about the house, breaking things all summer. We could not lose, no matter who won. As an answer to my mother's prayers, my older sister enrolled us in a community tennis program at the local high school. The 8-mile distance between my neighborhood court and Arthur Ashe Stadium collapsed. My imagination swelled in the summer heat. I grunted like Serena, screamed like Serena. I jumped and twirled at each victorious stroke. I willed my body to fly, net to baseline. My coach taught me how to play. Serena Williams taught me how to be. Bold and unbothered, unbounded and unstoppable, precise and unapologetic. I lobbed my voice and my dreams to the clouds. I watched Serena Williams and witnessed a whole person. joyous and frustrated, playful and focused, incomparable, uncompromising ambition. She secured her legacy as the greatest of all time. This is representation. She won. We won. Despite her greatness, often because of it, media scorned Serena for her body, her clothing, her hair, her voice, her power. That scorn mirrored institutional desire and distaste for my body, my clothing, my hair, my voice, and my power. If it can happen to Serena Williams, it can happen to me. If doctors could ignore Serena Williams, nearly costing her her life during childbirth, why wouldn't it take 3 years to find the tumor growing inside my spinal cord? If audiences could boo Serena Williams for winning, why wouldn't my colleagues nitpick my work? The precarity of Black excellence. This too is representation. In my early 20s, I spent my slim savings on private lessons at the Roosevelt Island Racquet Club near Manhattan's Upper East Side. My hospital window faced its long domed roof. A small cruelty. I spent hours serving angry, longing looks across the East River. Memories of my coach's drill commands faded beneath my physical therapist's gentle remedial instructions. Grip both banisters, shift your weight to the left, lift your right heel, pull your body forward, push up on your toes. It took me 3 days to learn to climb one flight of stairs. I used to play tennis down there, I told my nurse as she helped me back to bed. 2 months later, I returned to work. 2 months after that, Serena returned to play in the 2018 US Open Finals, her first since the birth of her daughter. If Serena could come back, so could I. I grabbed my cane and headed to the gym to watch on the treadmill-powered TV. My feet began to numb 20 minutes into the match. Serena's coach made a hand gesture from his seat. The chair umpire issued a coaching violation, a warning. She walked up to the stand. I don't cheat to win, I'd rather lose. Opinionated. I gripped the handles to offset my weight. Serena threw her racket to the ground and it folded like a napkin. Aggressive. The chair umpire issued a racket abuse violation, point penalty. An ESPN commentator noted that such a penalty was rare in a Grand Slam final. Serena confronted the chair umpire again. I have never cheated in my life. I have a daughter, and I stand by what's right for her, and I have never cheated. You owe me an apology. Her voice cracked. My knees buckled. Serena sat in her sideline chair between sets. She confronted the umpire again, called him a thief. Difficult. The chair umpire issued Serena a verbal abuse violation, game penalty. My heart pounded. I felt exhausted everywhere. Serena appealed to the referee. This is not right. This is not fair. This has happened too many times. There's a lot of men out here that have said a lot of things, but because they're men, that doesn't happen to them. Because I'm a woman, you're going to take this away from me? That's not right. She lowered her eyes and pursed her lips. I lowered the treadmill speed to a crawl and straddled the belt. She lost. We lost. Tears rolled down her face and mine. A spectacle of pain. As a child, I played in Serena's power, hoping one day to wield its full force. Not until adulthood did I understand why Black women needed so much. I've watched online video clips of this match many times over the years. The last time I typed Serena US Open 2018 in the search bar, YouTube listed these auto-generated search options: Serena US Open 2018 meltdown, Serena Williams US Open 2018 outburst, Serena Williams US Open 2018 drama. I felt exhausted all over again, suffocating in the little room Black women have to be sad. I chose meltdown because that's what happens when delicate treasures burn. Thank you.